confirmation hearing for President-elect Trump's pick to run the Defense Department got off to a rocky start on Tuesday. Former Fox News personality Pete Hegseth was hammered with personal questions from Democratic lawmakers as hecklers blasted him as a misogynist. One Republican senator even accusing colleagues of voting while drunk and cheating on their spouses. All as a defense for Hegseth, who has been accused of showing up to work intoxicated, which he denies. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has the latest on Tuesday's drama-filled hearing. Tom, holy smokes, we heard a lot yesterday. How do things look for him moving forward, as well as the rest of President-elect Trump's cabinet choices?
Hey, good morning, Markie. Good morning from Washington, D.C. Look, it does appear this morning that Pete Hegseth's nomination to be the next Secretary of Defense will move on to the full Senate after Senator Joni Ernst, a Republican on the Senate Armed Services Committee, came forward and says she plans to support Hegseth when it comes time to vote. But like you said, things got off to a rocky start on Tuesday with his confirmation hearing, with Democrats accusing Hegseth of lacking experience running a big department. They pressed Hegseth on a number of the issues with his character, zeroing in on allegations of excessive drinking, infidelity in his marriage to his second wife, and an alleged sexual assault back in 2017. Hegseth settled with his accuser to avoid a lawsuit and was never charged in that case. And during Tuesday's hearing, he called the attacks against him part of a smear campaign.
You had just fathered a child 2 months before by a woman that was not your wife. I am shocked that you would stand here and say you're completely cleared.
Senator, her child's name is Gwendolyn Hope Hegseth, and she's a child of God, and she's 7 years old.
And she was, and you cheated on the mother of that child less than 2 months after that daughter was born, didn't you?
Those were false charges.
Well,
it was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared. And I am so grateful for the marriage I have to this amazing woman behind me.
Tense moments, to say the least, Markie. But here later on, it didn't really end there. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin came to Hegseth's defense, accusing fellow lawmakers of voting while under the influence.
How many senators have showed up drunk to vote at night? Have any of you guys asked them to step down and resign from their job?
Now, during the hearing, Hegseth described himself as a change agent, wanting to bring a warrior culture to the Defense Department. Republicans on the Senate Armed Services Committee say they supported an unconventional pick, saying the combat veteran and former Fox News host could be a good thing for the Pentagon. Now, for his what could lie ahead, we expect the Senate Armed Services Committee to hold a vote potentially as soon as next week on Hegseth's nomination. If he passes, it would then move on to the full Senate, where Hegseth can only afford to lose 3 Republican votes if he wants to be confirmed to be the next Secretary of Defense. Markie?
Yeah, gosh, it got so personal, so awkward and uncomfortable for most of it. Tom, looking ahead now, more hearings on tap for today. Who's on the agenda, and should we expect more fireworks like what we saw yesterday?
I would definitely expect more fireworks today. Look, it's going to be a very busy day here on Capitol Hill. 6 different confirmation hearings happening. One of the key ones to watch is going to be the Attorney General nominee, Pam Bondi. She obviously rose into that nomination after the drama with Matt Gaetz late last year, and she served as one of President-elect Trump's lawyers during his first impeachment trial. She's also called for investigations into the DOJ prosecutions against Mr. Trump, so expect some tough questions during that hearing. Secretary of State nominee Marco Rubio will be in front of the Senate Foreign Services Committee, but he's expected to see much more smoother confirmation. We'll also hear from President-elect Trump's nominees for CIA Director, Transportation Secretary, and Energy Secretary. So, like I said, a busy morning ahead here on Capitol Hill, and we expect almost all those hearings to take place in just a few hours.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.